So an historic night in Washington, D.C. for a man who's making history every single day back as the 47th President of the United States, Donald J. Trump. His first Joint Chiefs of Staff speech as POTUS 47. Of course, he gave 4 others as POTUS 45. Now, it was the longest Joint Chiefs of Staff speech on record, about an hour and 40 minutes. And Trump has no problem talking. No problem covering a lot of ground. That's what he did last night for we the people, the millions of Americans who voted for him back in office as the commander-in-chief. Now, Trump last night, as he got into the various subjects, and I'm going to do that too, from the beginning, you just felt a powerful sense of unity, national pride, and you felt that there was a leader who had all his faculties, who can actually speak clearly, coherently, with some oomph. And on the behalf of the American people, he was speaking to us, not for us. And last night, it was as if Trump said it best when he opened the speech just like this, because this is exactly how I felt.
And to my fellow citizens, America is back.
Indeed, America is back. Now, as you felt that national pride, and several times throughout the speech, you heard this. And I love hearing this, whether it's a sporting event, a political event, or what have you. There's chants of USA, USA, USA. There was electricity in the crowd last night, at least from the Republican side of things. Unfortunately, one of the big stories that came out of last night, the party poopers, known as the Democrats, the rad left, might as well stick a fork in them. They're done. Last night, they threw themselves a pity party. They embarrassed themselves, from the stupid paddles with political inscriptions on them like an auction, to the dumb t-shirts, to simply not being human, soulless, shameful. Trump talked about the lack of unity with the Dems in giving this 5th speech of the Joint Chiefs of Staffs in his career. He covered that subject. Take a look, take a listen to POTUS 47.
And once again, I look at the Democrats in front of me, and I realize there is absolutely nothing I can say to make them happy or to make them stand or smile or applaud. Nothing I can do. I could find a cure to the most devastating disease, a disease that would wipe out entire nations, or announce the answers to the greatest economy in history, or the stoppage of crime to the lowest levels ever recorded. And these people sitting right here will not clap, will not stand, and certainly will not cheer for these astronomical achievements. They won't do it, no matter what. Five times I've been up here. It's very sad, and it just shouldn't be this way.
Indeed, what a shame it is. Absolutely. Also, Trump talking about those campaign promises. Plenty of them to boast about. And only 6 weeks back on the job. One of them, the border. Take a look and listen again to 47, who covered the business at hand that's been taken care of so far by Trump and team.
Within hours of taking the oath of office, I declared a national emergency on our southern border, and I deployed the U.S. military and Border Patrol to repel the invasion of our country. And what a job they've done. As a result, illegal border crossings last month were by far the lowest ever recorded, ever.
Trump also last night, for all intents and purposes, also stuck a fork in DEI and the wokeness factor in our society. It's over. Now back to the rad left and the divisiveness. Sorry, hate to do it, but I have to. Now, one of the more shameful, embarrassing moments last night as an American who's a conservative. You know that by now, right? However, last night, the lack of disrespect completely off the rails by this guy. A greasy looking one at that, but neither here or there. Who might insult? But his behavior sort of brings that upon him. This is Al Green from the U.S. House of Representatives by way of Harris County in Texas. Now, last night, Speaker Mike Johnson gave a clear warning for the folks in the audience, the politicians from all sides and all branches, the federal government to behave. Green, well, he didn't take the instructions and ultimately got the boot. What a memorable yet disgraceful exchange last night, but it was good to see. Good to see that the adults were in charge. They handled this the right way, tossed him out, and brought some respect and professionalism to we the people in America's capital.
Members are directed to uphold and maintain decorum in the House and to cease any further disruptions. Mr. Green, take your seat. Take your seat, sir. Take your seat. Finding that members continue to engage in willful and concerted disruption of proper decorum, the chair now directs the Sergeant-at-Arms to restore order. Remove this gentleman from the chamber.
And that's a 77-year-old man. That's the way he behaves. What a loudmouth. Hardly apologetic today. And believe me, he was yapping away on and on and on. Trump and his staff, they're not going to forget that guy. And he should have behaved last night because ultimately it's going to come back to really bite him in the backside. You didn't see him embarrassed at all. Doesn't care. What a scumbag. Meanwhile, talk about scumbag. Well, that's pretty much the move that the Democrats pulled last night. Trump honoring several folks in the audience, true Americans, for one reason or another. The Democrats did not salute any of them with a respectful applause, an ovation. It included the family of Laken Riley. May she rest in peace. Trump mentioned the Laken Riley Act, Dems, shunning all reactions towards that one. Trump also honored a young man in high school who applied to West Point. This guy right here. His grade point average, 4.36. Well, Trump surprised him and announced that he was accepted into West Point. A member, or a future member of our armed forces, could one day become a big leader in this country. He's exactly what you want to boast about in America today, but the Dems, silent. They were also silent and shameful when Trump last night introduced this young man. The shame has no mercy on the Democrats for ignoring him. A true American story in courage. Now his name is DJ Daniel, a 13-year-old brain cancer survivor, a dream of working in law enforcement. Well, last night, the Secret Service, they made him an honorary member. And Trump announced that to the crowd. And DJ Daniel's face was priceless. Almost made me cry. You can feel the emotion. I'm going to let you take a look and listen, but how? As a human being with a soul and a heart, maybe it's bigger than the state of Texas, maybe it's as small as a sewing thimble. But if you have any decency as a person and any shred of a heart, you would applaud this young man as a fellow American, not coming from the right, from the left, blue, red. You just applaud him for the human spirit and the smile and the exuberance he showed when he was showered with that gift last night. By the way, 6 years ago, they gave him months to live. And look at him now, brimming with optimism, fighting the good fight. So take a look and listen to the special ceremony or announcement that Trump had with DJ Daniel last night.
Joining us in the gallery tonight is a young man who truly loves our police. His name is DJ Daniel. He is 13 years old, and he has always dreamed of becoming a police officer. Tonight, DJ, we're going to do you the biggest honor of them all. I am asking our new Secret Service Director, Sean Curran, to officially make you an agent of the United States Secret Service.
And again, isn't that awesome? The Democrats, there's just something wrong with them. Shameful, utterly shameful behavior last night. And again, those stupid ping pong paddles or auction paddles with their message so weak, ridiculous. Their inability to adapt, overcome, audible. Don't they realize the reason Donald J. Trump is in office is because of the behavior they exuded last night? What a disgrace. Shame on them. It was a winning night for the Republicans. Absolutely no doubt about that. Yes, America's back. I'm so happy to see Trump in office, knocking down his campaign promises one at a time, looking to make America great again. Meanwhile, the Dems, they'll dig their own hole, and deeper it'll get. Because Trump and his team and America are on a mission right now. And we heard it firsthand in that speech given by our Commander-in-Chief in D.C. America beaming with pride. We're back. We're on top, and we're here to stay.